Hi friends, Andrea here with a new video for Keep Kit Club. Today is Mixed Media Monday, and for the longest time I've been afraid of mixed media. I am a perfectionist, and all the not knowing that comes with mixed media sometimes stresses me out. Sometimes I know that I don't try to do things because I'm not sure if I'm gonna get frustrated in the middle. I am not sure if I'm gonna like it or not, and I'm just afraid of watercolors or paste or all those things that should be fun. I've been wanting to have some kind of notebook or pad where I can experiment, where I can start understanding what works and what doesn't, what kind of products I can use on specific kind of paper. And let's say pattern paper, cardstock, watercolor paper. This is exactly what we're gonna make. We're going to be using we're gonna be making a notebook and then an album cover for it, and then we'll do some mixed media to decorate the cover of that album. I will also be decorating one of the notebook pages using some stamping, trying out the inks and the stamps that we got as part of the June kits. So here I'm working on the back cover of the notebook. It's going to be a ring bound notebook. The front cover, it's just going to be that piece of pattern paper. Maybe not that one, that piece of pattern paper. So it's a project pad. I'm calling it my mixed media journal. And again, you can see all those papers that I decided I'm going to be trying out. And this is going to help me understand a little bit better the difference on, let's say, gesso. When it's best, or what effect do I get when I use clear gesso versus white gesso on color cardstock? Let's say, what happens if you decide to keep adding water to a specific project? What happens if I add water to a pattern paper that it's not thick enough and I don't add gesso? So this is exactly why I'm making this project. And here we have, as simple as that. I will end up changing the ring just because I found a bigger one, a 1-inch ring. But apart from that, the notebook is ready, and now I'm gonna work on the album cover or the notebook cover. And for that, I'm going with a piece of, this will be the back cover. So I'm using the pattern paper, and this is from the Let's Stay Home collection from Pink Fresh Studio. And we're repeating the exact same procedure from the first cover. So we make sure we add, I love working with double-sided tape, so it works for me. I'm not using the super sticky one, and that is mainly because I will be stitching around the edges, so it doesn't really matter that it's not the super sticky one. But again, I think I've mentioned this on previous videos, but the reason why I use double-sided tape is because it's not messy, and I tend to be really, really messy when I use glue. And here we go, just machine stitching around the edges. This will be the paper that I'm gonna use to cover that part, but I need to have the 3 pieces, the 2 covers and the spine of the notebook, because it's gonna be the same pattern paper. So for the front cover, I'm using a white piece of cardstock, and I'm gonna, before I make the actual cover, I'm gonna work on the mixed media part. So I'm taking way too much white gesso, And what I wanted here, I also wanted to make sure that the mixed media worked on the cover of the notebook, that I could work without getting any bubbles or anything. So I applied the gesso, I waited for the gesso to dry, and I am machine stitching now around the edges as well. And now, here comes the scary part. I'm gonna work with the stencil that we got as part of the color kit, the June color kit. It's the exclusive design by Kim and Kimberly from Hit Kit Club. And I'm taking my texture paste, and there you go. That's all we're gonna do in terms of stencil. One thing is, I did not wait until the paste was completely dry. So make sure you do that before you start messing up with all the watercolors, especially if you're going to use the brush to help spread the watercolors. And you see what I'm talking about. So I'm using some of the Lindy's powders that we've gotten on previous kits, and I'm also using the stamp inks in the June kit. The art philosophy will be the yellow watercolor. The concentrated one is from the art philosophy that we got 1 or 2 kits ago. And here we go. I am never, and this is the part that scares me the most, not knowing or thinking that I already have the cover of an album, and it's just too much pressure to think that I can ruin it, and I don't want to, because I really want to use it. So here we go. It's just a matter of keep adding water, keep mixing the colors, get a color that you like. And I am keeping it very simple, just mixing a little bit of yellow, the blue, getting that tone, that teal tone instead of just the blue. And then on the right side, okay, here we come with more blue. And there'll be more water for sure. A little bit of orange, and here I got really scared on this part. Like it turned it, no, I got a weird color, but hey, again, as Missy says, just keep trying, don't give up, it will work out, that's for sure. And that's what happened. Now this is the spine, and now I'm gonna use double-sided tape to connect the 3 parts, aligning everything. Okay, making sure I can fold it, I can open and close. It always takes some time. And there you go. Now I have my cover for the album. I'm coming now with the inside, and I'm folding because I need to create this pocket in order for me to slide the notebook in there. So I'm now making sure that I get one big piece. It will be just easier for me to do it that way. And then lots of double-sided tape. You can use glue, you can use binding glue. Again, I do like I swear by double-sided tape, so that's why you see me using it that much. go and try to check. It definitely fits. You can see now that the rings are white and those are the bigger ones. Now I created a cluster with separately because I wanted to do some machine stitching on top of the letters. So I used some of the Fifth and Monaco I fussy cut some of the Fifth and Monaco flowers from one of the papers, and use some of the foam alphas to create the words Mixed Media Journal. There is stamping happening. I'm taking one of the ink pads that we got on last month's color kit and stamping the word documented. And again, it's mainly because, yeah, I am documenting. I will have here experiments of what works, what doesn't work, what can I do, what I feel more comfortable working with, what color combinations I make that I like, what I should not do. So that is what we're doing here. Now I'm going to work on one of the pages just so you can see an example of what I'm going to be using this for. I'm going to take the small exclusive stamp set and I'm going to use the circle one that says This Life. And the idea here is going to be I'm going to use the 3 ink pads, the pink, the orange, and the blue one, and just stamping in each one of the circles and also around. You can see, let me try. What happens if, I stamp a second and a third time just on top, around, and again, all around the page. Because these are things that I do on real projects or on my scrapbook pages and on my mini albums, and it's because I'm afraid I will mess up. So that is why this notebook exists now. Just cleaning them. And because I don't want to just leave it like that, I took one of the die cuts from the exclusive Hip Kit Club die cuts that we got. This is the one that says home. I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, here we go. And I'm using some foam adhesive pieces, and now I have a pretty page. So simple idea and a simple way and a fun way and safe place for me to keep all the things that are gonna happen now. There you go. I used some of the circle stickers for the spine, and I'm just showing you now how it looks. The idea is for all those pages to get used at some point. Here it goes. That's how it looks with the, as I said, that this is the This Life stamp from that stamp set. So I hope you enjoyed the video and get some ideas on, feel inspired to keep creating. If it's just to experiment, if it's just for those projects that will never see the light, but that you want to try and you want to try new things and see what works and what doesn't, this is, I think, a great idea for you to go ahead and try those. This is it for me today, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.